Hey, what's going on, everybody? You guys doing all right today? Hopefully, I can see you guys in the feed. This is my first time. Okay, I see the feed come up. This is my first time going live on with OBS um, Streamlabs. Excuse me. So this is a new learning curve here. I went to hit stream on my stream deck, and it brought up another page saying it. So I'm sorry I got on there about a minute late. Um, for now, I don't have a countdown clock going on. I'm working on getting all that going. I was working on it before. I just wasn't able to get it up in time. Streamlabs OBS and regular Streamlabs is a little bit different. They work a little bit different. I may try to start just using Streamlabs. I don't know. OBS is a little bit slicker for using this, so you guys feel free to have any comments. And this is going to be a Dollar Tree haul live stream. So you guys can ask me any questions that you want to about anything that I'm looking at or whatever I'm reviewing here, and I don't know, just you can ask me anything you want to. Be perfectly honest with you, and just you know, let's let's get going here. Let me check my feed over here, make sure everything's going. Looks like it. So yeah, hopefully you guys will be able to text here. I don't know what's going on. Hmm. I apologize. Like I say, this is my first time streaming by myself with this particular software. I usually use StreamYards, and StreamYards just allows a multi-user platform basically. And it, I'm just trying to figure everything out here. So if you guys are saying anything, it gives me a okay. Well, hopefully you guys things come up in my chat here. I do have a mini feed right here, so hopefully it'll come up here or come up over here. So let's kind of get started with this. Quit mumbling along here. So how are you guys doing today? I'm going to basically on my hauls. I do see other people that and they end up getting a bunch of Blu-rays, and I really don't find a lot of Blu-rays in the out there. I don't know if in my area there's some Blu-ray vultures who go out and just get all the Blu-rays. It doesn't appear like that's what's happening because a lot of the places I hit, especially this past Friday, didn't look like. And when I hit them last Friday, when I went out for the first time on this in this wave, I didn't find a lot of I didn't find a lot of Blu-rays, but that was definitely the one I had on last Friday was definitely just recently put out. So because it was stacked up high on the trays and on the table that they usually put the weekly the weekly wow at the Dollar Tree. The table was full and there was stacks on top, so it didn't look like anybody hit it. And I got a few Blu-rays out, quite a few, but this time when I went around to in Lexington, Kentucky, I went around into different stores, probably about 5 or 6 stores, and some didn't have hardly anything. And it looks like that some places just got maybe a box or stuff, and a couple other places had like maybe a couple box worth of stuff set out on their weekly wow. I don't know if I missed them. They put them out early, and I missed stuff. But we'll start off here with a Blu-ray, and this first one is an Anthony Hopkins movie. It's 360. I've seen other people pick this up. It looks like an interesting movie here. Sorry about the reflection. I've got two monitors going on here, and I'm going to have to figure out how to work that out of here. But there's 360 with Anthony Hopkins, and yes, I have my magnifying glass here. It is rated R. I will see who put this out. This is a Magnolia film, and I'm trying to. It's sometimes hard to figure out what. Here we go. Here, it's just 16 by 9, 235 to 1 aspect ratio. 110 minutes long. Yeah, it's an Anthony Hopkins film. Looks interesting. A sexy, dramatic thriller about interconnected romantic life in the 21st century. 360 stars. It starts in Vienna, weaving stories set in Paris, London, Bratislava, Rio, Denver, and Phoenix into a single mesmerizing narrative. This sounds pretty interesting. I can't wait to watch it. And we'll move on. Like I'm saying, if you guys have any questions, just let me know. Hopefully you guys can interact with me. Okay. I believe we should be up here. The next one here is actually a Brie Larson movie. I bought one, and I bought it just because it's, this is a Cinedigm movie. It's kind of oddball. It was in a clear case, as you see. It's called Short Term 12. There's It has Brie Larson and John Gallagher Jr. Short Term 12 is told through the eyes of Grace and a 20-something supervisor of a group home for troubled teens. Okay, this one is it doesn't have any of the information on here. It don't have any aspect ratio or anything. It's widescreen, obviously. I'm sure. This looks like a pretty fun movie. I don't know. I don't know about fun. It might be interesting, but that's what kind of sucks about Brie Larson. She is, you know, she is a decent actress. It just sucks that she, it's one of those things you have to kind of, kind of cancel out the politics and kind of just watch her, kind of watch her performances. I'm not a big fan of her at all in Captain Marvel, but some people do like it, so I don't, I'm not a big fan of it. The next up here is 1,000-Yard Stare. This looks like a World War II documentary here. Yeah, it has World War II on the top. During World War II, German forces crushed the Americans at Battle of Kasserine Pass. A lone sergeant is separated from his platoon in the North Africa deserts. Okay. This one is 178 to 1 aspect ratio. It's 91 minutes long. This is an Echo Bridge release. That's a 1,000-Yard Stare. Next release here is Officer Down with slip cover. 1,000-Yard Stare also had a slip cover. Some of these slip covers feel like they're like glued on. I don't know if you've ever noticed that before. Yep, there we go. Finally got it to come apart. Same cover inside and out. Oh, I see why it was hung up there. You can see the barcode. (16 by 9, 240 by 1 aspect ratio, 90 minutes long. Hardcore grimminess, or is it supposed to be griminess? I don't know if that's what that means. And this text in here is so small I can't read, and it's reflective. So this was like a fun movie. It if you thought Deadpool was sick, you ain't seen nothing yet. That sounds interesting. Next one here is called Tidal Wave. I believe it is a Korean movie. I'm not positive about this. It just looks like a kind of a Korean disaster movie. I like disaster movies, so it'd definitely be one I'll be checking out. Hey, what's going on, Kal-El? I see you guys. I see you up there. You got Officer down as well. Yeah, it looks interesting. I'm sorry I couldn't read the description there. When I read with this magnifying glass, I read like I'm a retard. Oh, excuse me. I read like I don't know how to read at all because it just gets that fisheye effect and it's just hard to read. And no, like my glasses don't work very well. Like I wear glasses, and like when I drive, I usually wear my sunglasses, and they have a prescription in them. But like my I don't know. I've just got messed up eyes. Like if I put my glasses on, like up close, I see worse than like far away. Like my near vision's fine, but my far off sight's not. I mean, my near vision's bad. I don't know. I'm all mixed up. Excuse me. But that was Tidal Wave. This looks interesting. Excuse me. I'll keep on going. Not bore you guys with my chitter chatter. But this looks like a fun, probably Korean or it's either Korean or Chinese made disaster movie. Should be interesting. Next one up here is called The Iceman. This has Michael Shannon, Winona Ryder, James Franco, Ray Liotta, and Chris Evans. This is pretty cool looking cast. A lot of these movies, though, the reason I like going to the Dollar Tree is, I mean, I'm kind of particular about movies, but a movie like this, I probably wouldn't pay $20 for, but for $1, I'll pay for it and definitely watch it. This looks pretty fun. This is let's see here. It's an Echo Bridge release, and it's 105 minutes. It's got 185 to 1 aspect ratio. And I'm sorry, Kenny. You came in too. I apologize. Kenny Jones in here. And what do you guys say? That Girl in Officer Down is hot. I haven't watched it yet, so we'll definitely be checking that. The only thing I'm sorry, I'm still figuring out this software. I don't think I can. I don't in this software. I don't know if I can bring you guys up like you can in. That's the only thing. Like when you use when you use Stream Yards, you can bring up people's text big, but on here you can't do it. This platform's the reason I did this platform is because I can do all of this. I can have have the background and everything like this. I can be framed up and it's really made for game streaming. So it's kind of interesting. So let me keep on going here. Yeah, I'm starting out with my Blu-rays too. So the next one, the next one here just seemed funny. It's called The Adventures of the Chocolate Factory. Like Chitty Chitty Bang Bang goes to Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. I don't know. It just looks silly. Sometimes I like silly movies. This is nobody in this I recognize. It's when their mom goes away for the weekend, the kids are left alone with Dad, who plans a family trip to the circus. Plans fall apart when Dan gets called to work overtime at the chocolate factory to stop a chocolate explosion. It's a live action movie too. I mean, here I'll show you guys the back. If you can see those pictures on the back there. Looks funny. Yeah. I appreciate you guys being here today. It's a little bit funner having a couple extra people in here to talk to. Now, this is a movie I already have, but I bought it because of the lenticular, the Survival of the Dead. I noticed a lot of people's been getting this, and I already owned it, but I didn't have the lenticular cover. I just have the regular Survival of the Dead Blu-ray cover. George Romero's fun movie. Like I say, I'm not a massive horror fan, but I like zombie movies, and I've got a bunch of zombie movies, and I guess it makes me a horror fan a little bit, I guess. But I'm glad I picked that up because the lenticular is pretty cool. I won't explain much more about that because you guys already know about that movie. The next one I got is Steven Seagal's Attrition. Attrition. I don't know. I like these kind of, I grew up during the 80s and 90s, so I grew up with all these kind of action stars, and at the time Jean-Claude Van Damme and Steven Seagal. So this is what sold me. Just horrible looking pose on the background. This is so cheesy. Such a cheesy pose on the background. I had to buy it. This was Special Forces agent and kung fu expert Axe has renounced his violent past and turned to a life of healer in small remote village. But when a local crime lord kidnaps a girl known to have mythical powers, Axe gets back into the game. Yeah, this one looks like it's probably made in China, or it's also an Echo Bridge release. It's let's see here. It's 235 to 1 aspect ratio, 85 minutes approximately. This looks fun. That's Attrition. It might be a fun movie though. Might be a lot of chop socky action in it. The next up is, I think I had this other day, but I had it on DVD, so I rebought it for $1. I rebought it in Blu-ray. This is Nature Calls, Patton Oswalt. Patton Oswalt, Johnny Knoxville, Rob Riggle, Patrice O'Neal. I mean, the cast is awesome in this movie, but Patton Oswalt. I say that's why I bought this, because Patton Oswalt, in those days, he was still. That's before he just started getting political and all crazy, and sorry if I don't keep up with who's coming into the chat and everything. I'm watching you guys. It's just this chat over here is a lot smaller. But I'm glad you guys are conversing amongst each other. I'm keeping up with you guys. It's hard to do both because the chat's small over here. It's much smaller than usually what I'm used to. But yeah, Patton Oswalt, some of his comedy albums are hilarious, but they're kind of, I would say he almost is kind of counter. I don't know. He's a little bit of a hypocrite for what he goes and says now versus what he was doing on his comedy albums like 10 or 15 years ago. So, he's on Mystery Science Theater. That's one of my favorite things. So it's another deal where you kind of got to separate that stuff out. But it's hard to when they're screaming on the internet every day and texting crazy stuff. So it's hard to do that. But I'm definitely going to check that out. It's probably funny because Patrice O'Neal's hilarious, Rob Riggle, and I love Johnny Knoxville movies. Somebody else got this I was watching today. This is Pirates of Somalia. And somebody asked if this was a what is that Tom Hanks movie? Captain Jack? No. This is another Echo Bridge. I'm just filling up on Echo Bridge titles today. This is 235 to 1 aspect ratio. This is 178 minutes, or 118 minutes, excuse me. Captain Phillips, that's the Tom Hanks movie. When rookie journalist Jay Badur as an inspiring chance to encounter his idol. He uproots his life and moves to Somalia looking for a story of a lifetime. Hooking up with a local fixer, he attempts to embrace himself as a local Somali pirate. Yeah, it's definitely not connected to the Captain. That question was asked, but I hadn't even read it myself, and if he just read the back of the Blu-ray, he would have found out that this has nothing to do with Captain Phillips. So that sounds actually kind of interesting. I'll be checking that out. I'm gonna kind of go over here before I go to the next one and kind of catch up with you guys. Yeah, that lenticular is a nice looking cover. Excuse me. Every time I start doing a live stream, my nose starts itching, or a video. So you see, I don't know why. I'm not picking my nose. My nose starts itching. I don't know why. Every time. Yeah, Captain Phillips. Bought it for Patrice only. Yeah, he was pretty good. I hate that he died a couple of years ago. Yeah. The next movie here is Centurion. This is a Michael Fassbender, Dominic West, Olga Kurylenko. History is written in blood. Here's the cover for you. That one's really reflecting bad. This looks like it's a 235 to 1, 98 minutes. This is a Magnolia release. It's a Roman Empire one. Roman Empire stretches from Egypt to Spain and east as far as the Black Sea. But in North Britain, the relentless onslaught of conquest has ground to a halt. Face of guerrilla tactics is exclusive enemy. Okay, it's just going to be a war movie. It's pretty cool though. If you guys like that kind of stuff, it's definitely one I'll be checking out. I've got too many movies to watch. I'm getting backed up on movies, and I want to watch all this stuff. It's just making the time for it. I don't know if you guys have the problem or not, and I have a lot of time. Unfortunately, I'm not working right now, but even when you don't, even when you're not working, sometimes the time just flies during the day. Shoo, nose. The next one up here is Help, I Shrunk the Teacher. If you've seen my last video, I had Help, I Shrunk My Parents, I think, and I don't know. I just grew up with Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, and Honey, that series of movies. I always liked Rick Moranis, even though he's not connected to these movies. I don't know. This is like the pretty much the only family stuff that I bought. I really don't buy kids stuff. Sometimes I do buy some cartoons if it's like old, like Superman cartoons and things like that. I'll buy them. I find that stuff, or DC animated universe stuff. You find those in there, the DVDs at least. I have stuff on Blu-ray, but the only thing I find in there, I'll always find the DVDs. So, 11-year-old Felix shrunk the 11-year-old Felix shrunk the hated school principal to the height of 6 inches, but nobody believed him. He's not even sure how it happened. Could it have something to do with the ghost of the school's founder? How the principal in Felix's hands? It's just, that sounds weird. So I'll show you guys the back. There's the back to that. The next one is called Dauntless, The Battle of Midway. This is another World War II movie. It's got Judd Nelson and P. Thomas Howell. This looked kind of. I love World War II movies. I don't know about you guys. Um, it's just a movie about Midway, another one. So it's pretty interesting stuff here. 240:1 aspect ratio, 98 minutes long. Directed by Michael Phillips Jr. I've not been showing the directors. I'm usually big on directors. I haven't been talking about them, but there's your back. You buy my cartoons, LOL. All right, unfortunately that's all the Blu-rays I have. I didn't find a lot of Blu-rays on my second trip out. I went to a different location. I have a local in my town here. I have one Dollar Tree in Richmond, Kentucky, and then if I go south to Berea, which is in the same county, they have one down there. And I went there last night, and it looked like they had only got a box. I didn't buy anything from them, and they had the stuff I'd already bought, or in the box had been kind of picked through, but there was some stuff sitting there in stacks, and there wasn't really much to find. So it kind of sucks, but that's all it looks like they got. A lot of my places around here, they looks like they don't get but maybe a box. And if I go east to Irving, Kentucky, which is a little small town here, they have one as well, and they didn't have anything. They didn't have hardly anything. It looks like they had stuff from this way, but it looks like they may have got a box. I don't know if I'm getting there late. I even went a week early this time to a lot of the stuff when I was pre-warned from some other other viewers that I should probably go early, because I'm kind of new at the Dollar Tree hunting game, and I don't exactly know when to hit my stores. I'm trying to work out the. I'm basically trying to work out the when these places are getting movies and stuff. I try to talk to them a little bit and ask them, but a lot of times the employees don't know anything. But you know, that's how it is. I'm not too worried about it. That's a combo. Will have more DVDs than Blu-rays. Just started collecting Blu-rays. Just got a Blu-ray player like last year. Yeah, I mean, the stuff on the shelves back here. I've got I got more in the other room. I got another shelf, like the shelf is sitting directly straight behind me with the steel books and 4Ks on it, or I've got another shelf like that in another room that's got Blu-rays on it, but it's not full. I've got I really don't know. I've got 2,500 plus Blu-rays, I believe. My entire collection's 4,000 plus, but I've got a bunch of TV sets. I don't know. I probably got in the more of the 3,000 range of Blu-rays. I started collecting Blu-rays about 2007 or 8 when I first got my Blu-ray player, and I actually had an opportunity before I bought. It was either before I bought my Blu-ray player or about the same time. But my next door neighbor, he had a Blu-ray HD DVD combo player. It played the HD format, and I really wanted to buy that off of him because at first, like, even it's weird, like HD, like a lot of people don't know, like it took like almost like 2010 or 11 to get Big Lebowski on Blu-ray, but Big Lebowski was on Blu-ray way back in like 2007. So the transfer had already been made like way back then, and there was like other stuff like Matrix, and he had a bunch of stuff that he was wanting to. He wasn't wanting to sell the disc; he just wanted to sell the system. But yeah, that was pretty cool. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the HD format. Yeah, I have a laser disc as well. I'm not sure exactly what the count is on my laser disc. It's 1,000 plus, maybe 1,500. I'm not positive. I haven't been collecting. I haven't been collecting that much here lately. They just. I like to find them in stores instead of ordering them from eBay. There for a while, I used to order them like crazy from eBay, and I'd rather go to a store and find them. I got a few sources I can go, and it's just more exciting finding them that way out in the wild than trying to order them and know what you're getting. And when you order them off eBay, you're usually paying like way more than you'll find them for out in the wild. Like most people, and they might be worth 10 or 15 bucks really, but if you find them in a store, they're $5 and less. And like our half price bookstores here, I don't know if you guys have those where you're at, but our half price bookstores, for some reason, they most of the time they'll have $1, maybe $2 or $3 on something, but sometimes like seem like they've been starting to look up prices, which I don't like, especially because they'll buy them off somebody for probably $1, probably 50 cents a piece, and then they turn around and sell them for $5, and they do that all day long with DVDs and Blu-rays. Blu-rays are worthless if you try to, especially if you try to go there, they won't give you anything for them. You might get $1 for a Blu-ray. It's ridiculous. They don't even look up and see what it is. It doesn't matter. It's just they buy Blu-rays for Blu-rays or DVDs for DVDs. They don't look up the cost, even if it's a set or something. They may only give you what they. If it's like a nice set that has 5 discs in it, they won't price it out for it being maybe a rare set or a. They'll just price it out. There's 5 discs in here. We'll give them $5 for it. It's. I've only sold a couple of things in there just because I bought duplicates, but I quit doing that because now I just keep everything. Even if I have duplicates, I'll have both copies. But if you guys want to, we'll move on to my DVDs here. I don't know how long I'm going to stay on. But I've been collecting since 1998, though. That's why I've got a lot of stuff. Well, I never had laser discs either when I was younger because I didn't even know anybody who had laser discs because they making sure nobody else came into the chat here. But I never did have laser discs when I was younger. I knew about them through a friend, and his stepdad had one, but he lived in like Cincinnati. He was just somebody that came around in the summertime, and I don't know. I just had well, for one, they were too expensive. I definitely couldn't afford one. And my dad wasn't. He's not interested. He's not interested in that kind of stuff. He's like a car guy and stuff, which I like that stuff as well. But I like this better. I like doing this stuff. I like techie stuff a little bit better. But he never was into movies or things like that. He's not into that kind of stuff. So I didn't have somebody like that who would be interested in maybe buying a Laserdisc player. So I watched everything on VHS. I think that's why I don't like VHS as much anymore. It's just it was great for watching a lot of movies back in the day, but it's just the pan and scan format's just terrible. There's no. At least with Laserdisc, you had the option of getting widescreen and getting letterbox editions and things like that. But yeah, I don't know. Trying to see what all you guys. Every time I look at you guys, I look through my mic stand here. Overpriced books. Yeah, I mean a lot of places. A lot of places are buying DVDs, but what was the red case for? Yeah. Well, we'll move on here. Keep it going. I'm starting to ramble a little bit. The first DVD I got here was Cabal. It looked interesting. This is a DVD, of course. This is an olive film release. Every time I find olive release, I try to buy them because I have a bunch of olives on Blu-ray, but not a lot on DVD, and I'm starting to probably catch up here. Vladimir Perchitsky. A glimpse inside the weird and wonderful world of theatrical cabals. Weird. I think it's some kind of documentary. I believe this is French. I believe it's French. I'm not sure. It's got English language on the back, but it don't And there's a sticker covering up the aspect ratio and stuff. It's come out in 1967. It's kind of interesting to find. That might be a pretty fun movie. See on the back here, it's got that movie studio on it. It's pretty interesting. So that might be fun. I like my documentaries. Now this is one everybody was finding, and I've got a bunch of Transformers stuff, but everybody was finding this Transformers. It's either 2 movies or 2 episodes. Now, I have like the original Transformers. I don't know if this is part of that, or this is part of like some of the newer Transformers. I'm not positive. If anybody know, any of you guys know that, just let me know here. I don't know. But this looks fun. It's called Overloaded and Decepticon Island. So this might be something to check out for sure. And I did pre-order that 4K of the Steelbook of the Transformers movie. I don't know if you guys pre-ordered that. Next up here is the cleaning lady. I think I've seen other people get this one as well. This is a RLJE Films horror movie. This has a weird title. Somebody else said that has a weird looking title. I agree with it. That's kind of why I bought it. This is 235 to 1 aspect ratio. 90 minutes. That back cover just looks pretty crazy. It looks like a fun little horror movie. Who knows? On the surface, Alice seems like a woman who has it all. Gorgeous. A gorgeous apartment, a booming career, and a stunning physique. And handsome boyfriend. The only problem is he's married. He's married to someone else, looking for a way to simplify her life. Sounds pretty crazy. Okay, this is, I don't know if you guys picked up any of these. I got several of these because some of them look like it's like bad movies. And they come with 2 bonus movies. This is Rehearsal Impact. It looks like maybe some kind of natural disaster movie. I haven't read the back yet. But it comes with these 2 bonus features on here, and God, those movies are probably bad. I mean, if they're 2 bonus movies. Faced with financial ruin and against the theater director struggling to, there's a sticker over this. I can't really remember. A young action movie star to play when a director of theatrical nature clashes with movie the Hollywood attitude. Okay. You see the back here. It's covered up. I can't read it, so all of it. But this Rehearsal Impact. The 2 other ones is called King of California. That's weird. And Camouflage. Okay. Yeah, that's interesting. The 2 bonus movies. Yeah, Camouflage is a Leslie Nielsen movie. I might have misspoken. I didn't even look at these. Somebody else had these, and they actually have the Leslie Nielsen movies like more prominent on here. I don't know, but both of these movies are on here. But King of California, I've heard of that as well. I believe that's a Michael Douglas. Yeah, Camouflage is. Yeah, Leslie Nielsen's in it. Lachlan Monroe. This is Echo Bridge, so it does feel like there are multiple discs in here, so it's not all stuffed onto one disc. So that's what it looks like. So that's kind of cool. It's weird that they have those bonus movies like that. Next movie up is Run for the High Country. It looked like an interesting little Western. I'm a big Western fan. There's the back. U.S. Marshal John Talon is striking a group of outlaws when he is captured, set upon his horse with a noose around his neck, and left for dead. Might be bad though, either too. It's Echo Bridge, so who knows? 235 to 1, 85 minutes. Sounds like an interesting movie. Aiden Yazzie, Paul Winters. That's a class. That's the cast. Looks like an interesting movie. I don't know. I don't know if it is or not. No, who knows? Hey, what's up, Gary? Yep. But the next one I picked up here, it's called Appetites. True love has never been so deadly. I guess you see the cover, you can see maybe why I bought that. There you go. There's a zoom in on that. Had to zoom in on that, not that, not that. Well, not her face, but that, but that. This looked like fun. It looks like a fun little like Bad Max kind of story, or excuse me, kind of movie. Daisy is the all-American girl next door, with a hunger for true love and an appetite for murder. Or a Rob Zombie movie. For years, it's just been her and her brother living out of the desert, hunting young men for sport and dinner. Yeah, she looks pretty damn hot, so this should probably be a fun movie. I'll show you the back. There's the back of it. Yeah, I didn't show you the zoom in on that. Hopefully I was focused there. Yeah. Yeah, this is another RLJ release. Image Entertainment. This is 178 to 1 aspect ratio. Let's see here. 106 minutes. This looks like fun. I'm definitely going to have to watch this. I kind of like to have that on Blu-ray, though. It looks like... But some of these movies, I don't know, especially with the newer TVs and if you have a Blu-ray player, a lot of them up convert. So some of these, I've been watching some of the documentaries I've been finding in Dollar Tree hauls here lately, and they look pretty good. They look pretty good, on the 4K TV and stuff. They look, pretty sharp. Some of the transfers are pretty good for DVD. Oh, this one's pretty cool. This one, you might like this, Kal-El. This is Batman Ninja. What? Yeah, he can't even behave himself. This looks like fun. I haven't seen this before, so I'm interested in watching this. This looks pretty cool. I haven't watched, believe it or not, as much as I don't read tons of comics, but I haven't watched a lot of these. They just keep pumping these out. I mean, these DC animated universe, they just keep pumping these movies out, and it's hard to keep up with them. This is widescreen. Doesn't say the aspect ratio here. 85 minutes. This was released by DC, obviously. It's Batman Ninja. It looks like fun. Yeah, this next one's kind of cool. I remember this coming out, but I don't think I've ever seen it. It's called Occupy Unmasked. It's about the Occupy Wall Street movement. This was... I'll show you the back before I talk about it a little bit. Hopefully this is a good documentary. This was made by Andrew Breitbart. Hopefully this is a pretty good documentary. This come out in 2012. This is about when Occupy happened. 178 to 1. 75 minutes. Occupy, started out. Occupy started out as kind of a good thing, you know, and it's got certain people scared. So basically, to make a long story short, Occupy got movement by the essentially what's going on now with this identity politics, and it got taken over, and it basically got hijacked by identity politics, and it's just that's what's happening now. They're just using identity politics to basically destroy any kind of political dissent. So it basically just allows them to do whatever they want, and they can just call whoever racist if they want to. I won't go into it any further than that, but it happened all the way back. I think Occupy was the beginning of all of it, and then had Black Lives Matter spring out of all that, and so on and so forth. Hopefully that's the kind of hopefully that's kind of what they cover in that documentary. I think that's what it is. I think that's what Breitbart kind of was going for when he. But here's another two movie set. This is called Treasure Hunters. Another obvious cover by. Another one I didn't look at the. This one here has Pacific Inferno and Seawolf. Now this one's has a couple of crappers on it for second. The second two movies. I might be wrong, but let's see here. This is Echo Bridge as well. But sometimes those movies are fun to watch because they're just so bad. I mean, I'm a little bit of a hypocrite sometimes when I say stuff like that because I love Mystery Science Theater. I like bad movies, but sometimes bad movies are beyond bad. They can be like, shot on a camcorder bad, And so I've seen movies shot on camcorders that are good though, but sometimes they're that bad. But this one here, yeah, it kind of looked like, I don't know, Indiana Jones meets Tomb Raider, maybe. Legends told us that immense treasure of gold hidden on Corrigan Island, Philippines, buried here there in Japanese World War II. Okay, it's it's a kind of a finding the gold kind of situation, kind of movie. That might be actually fun. That might be fun. Never hurts to have a good looking woman at the lead, so there was the back if I didn't show you. These other two movies here, Pacific Inferno, a World War II adventure set in the Philippines. These are Philippine made movies, it looks like. Now they do have American actors, it look like, or at least English actors. Yeah, The Legend of the Sea Wolf. Let's see. It doesn't say anything about the Philippine Islands in it, but I bet it does. I don't know. They might be fun. If you guys have heard of any of these, let me know. Or watched any of those. Let me check on the chat over here. Have fun with the DC Lego. Yeah. Now I like the Batman Lego movie. I haven't seen a ton of them. I've seen like the Batman Lego movie and the Lego movie. That's about all I've seen when it comes to that stuff. Now I did watch was it called the Freemaker? That's the name of it. The Freemaker Star Wars thing they had on Disney Plus several years ago. I think it was something like it was like Lego the Freemaker thing, and it was pretty good. That's when I still had interest in Star Wars before they basically ruined it. Ruined the live action movies. That was kind of all that stuff was kind of setting up the universe, and then they just kind of let everything down. Nothing ended up tying in, and it was aggravating. This is Karma. This is another horror movie. It looked interesting. I'm sure there's nothing some of you guys haven't seen because some of you guys are able to get a hold of a lot of this stuff. So Yeah, this is a Cinnadine movie. What goes around? Let's see who's in this movie here. Mandela Van Peebles, Brenton Sappy. Yeah, this movie is a it just says widescreen and it is 85 minutes long. It doesn't have the aspect ratio listed here, so 16 by 9. Yeah, this looks fun. Horror movie. I assume it's horror. When a recent college graduate, Manny, has trouble making the ends meet and takes a job exciting delinquent tenants, he soon finds himself at odds with karma demon that stalks him at every turn. Yep, might be fun. Fun little horror movie. YouTube's been somewhat dead today. Yeah. Some of my videos have slowed down today. My last Dollar Tree video slowed down. I got to like about 110 yesterday, and it's only like 115 now. It just like kind of dead stopped after it got to 100. So, but that's good for me. But you know, I've seen some of your videos is doing pretty good. I know that first Dollar Tree video I'd seen it did I'm almost 400. It was good. But it's kind of weird how one will do good and then the next one won't do so good, and then all my numbers are slowly kind of going up though. I had that weird little blog I made yesterday, and it did like 70 views, and it did most of that like yesterday. It was weird. I had a bunch of comments, and then I had like a few subscribers, and then I lost those subscribers. I believe they subscribed to me when I did that vlog, and then they went and looked at the rest of my content. So, oh, we don't want to watch anymore. Or my videos started coming up of collecting. They're like, oh, we don't want this stuff in our feed. So, I don't know. Or some other people disagreed with it, but I didn't. I ended up gaining about 2 subs off of it, so that's all right. But I don't know how many vlogs like that I'm gonna be able to do. That was just like a rant that came out of nowhere that I felt like doing, or something that had been building for a while. But the next one here is called Me Too. I think this is another Olive. Yeah, this is Olive. Daniel is the first European with Down syndrome to graduate from the university. He starts a social services job in an office. Okay. And this is 2009, 103 minutes, 185 to 1 aspect ratio. I don't know. We'll have to see. It might be all right. It's Me Too. Olive films are usually pretty decent. I know some of these movies are exhilarating for you guys. I tend to like watching though. I watch a lot of things, so I like biopics. Somebody else was talking the other night about not liking biopics. I don't know who that was. I usually enjoy biopics myself, but um, the next one's called Full Count. John Paul Kakos, Jason London, and Adam Boyer. Dove approved. It's Dove approved. Full Count. Here's the background. Small town baseball phenomenon Milton Young's a dream comes true when he is recruited to play college ball, only to be offset by a tragedy that puts the fate of his family and their farm in jeopardy. This is a vertical release. 110 minutes. And it's just got widescreen here. It doesn't have an aspect ratio listed. Yeah, this looks like fun. This might be fun. I don't know. We'll find out. I'm sorry. That's my answer for all these movies. It sounds like fun. I don't know. There's probably a lot of crap in here, but the next one up here is The Eyes of the Mother. Horror movie. Hands down, one of the best horror movies of the year. Have you seen this, Gary? Or any of you guys seen this? Let's see here. This is 235 to 1 aspect ratio, 75 minutes. This is a magnet release. And this comes with a slip cover. I wonder if I didn't look and see if the underneath art's the same. It probably is. Yep. Yeah, it's the same. Yeah, it's those stickers that what holds those on. They rip them when you do that. It rips them off. I don't know. They put a sticker on or something after. I don't know if that's a sticker that's applied by Dollar Tree or what, but it sticks the covers on there. Here's just a fun little cartoon I picked up. This is Scooby-Doo and Batman. Scooby-Doo and Batman, the Brave and the Bold. This looks like fun. This is a DC release. Excuse me, I went silent there for a second. 75 minutes. This widescreen version is listed. Next movie up here is called Wasteland. This is a art house film. It looks like it's a documentary. Let's see here. Filmed over nearly 3 years, Wasteland follows renowned artist Vic Muniz as he journeys from his home base in Brooklyn to native Brazil and the world's largest garbage dump, Jardim Gramacho, located on the outskirts of Rio de Janeiro. There he photographs an eclectic band of catadores, or self-designated pickers of recyclable materials. Now this sounds like fun. That sounds like a cool documentary. I love stuff like this. That sounds really interesting. Now it's kind of hitting close to home because my dad actually runs a landfill, and and my grandfather owned the landfill when I was a kid, and that kind of hits close to home. But this should be an interesting movie. Should be fun. Next one is I found it's a Sam Elliott Western collection. 8 movies. Yeah. Let's see what we got here. This is Blue Steel, Pioneer Woman, the clinics on here. I didn't even read these when I bought it. I just picked for $1. Sometimes I don't even read the back. Grand Duel. If You Meet Santana, Pray for Death. Fort Yuma Gold. There's some pretty good movies on here. Death Rides a Horse. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. The clinic's all right. I guess I could just read them on the bottom here from to reading them off like that, but you can see there. I just wish this was like a Blu-ray set instead of a. I have some. I have at least. I have McClinic for sure on Blu-ray. This is more of a John Wayne set than it is a Sam Elliott set. Got Sam Elliott must be young in a couple of these, like Blue Steel and like McClinic. I don't even remember being in McClinic, but it's been a while since I've seen it too. So yeah, this looks cool. Grand Duel's a Lee Van Cleef movie. I mean, it's really none of these movies he stars in. That's what's funny about it. But that's how a lot of these sets are. They're just, this guy might be in the movie. You know, he might be in one of these movies. So I mean, he might have 5 minutes in this movie. So we're gonna put him in this set. So that's. I didn't. Who released that? That's Echo Bridge release. Yeah, that's Echo Bridge. Next one here is the Deadlands, where the warrior spirit was born. A chieftain's son must avenge his father's murder in order to bring peace and honor to the souls. Okay. This was a magnet release, and this looks like it's 239 to 1 aspect ratio and 107 minutes. Okay. I'll show you guys the back. It's, yeah, it might be alright. Next one up is the puffy chair. I can't remember why I bought this. Hit the highway on the road trip like no other. And hilarious, heartwarming Duplass Brothers is the Duplass Brothers. Romantically challenged New York indie rocker Josh can figure out why his career and his love life is spiraling out of control. Helping sometime on a road trip to clear things up. It might be fun. Road trip movie. I've heard. What else did the Duplass Brothers do? I can't remember. They did something else that I bought recently. Directed by Jay Duplass. This is widescreen, 84 minutes. It doesn't have the aspect ratio. I'm trying to. This is, yeah. There. I have another movie. This Duplass Brothers. Who released this? This must be like independently released because there's no release. Even on the back, there's no release company. Genius's Products in the puffychair.com. Yeah, Genius Entertainment, but that's probably like their own label. So we got a couple more here. Next one's another World War II movie. This calls Battle for Incheon, Operation Chromite. I know that's not how you pronounce that. Operation Incheon. This is Bum Soo Lee, Jung Jae Lee, and Liam Neeson. Yeah, this is probably a Chinese-made movie. I've seen a couple of them, and usually the Chinese-made World War II movies, the CGI is terrible in them. They usually look horrible. They look like cartoons almost. U.S. Army General Douglas MacArthur, Liam Neeson, is appointed head of the United Nations Command at the height of the Korean War. Okay, excuse me, it's not a World War II movie. I'm sorry. I apologize, but this is Korean. It's probably Korean made. Okay, the back art don't look too awful. So we'll find out. This is 16 by 9, 140 minutes. I should be reading my cover art before I say anything, but there was a Bruce Willis movie that come out a couple years ago that was a Chinese-made movie, and it was horrible. The movie was bad, anyways, but it was definitely just a money movie. No telling what they paid him too. 1 billion yen. The next one's called Clash Rank. I've seen this. I haven't seen the movie, but I'm familiar with the movie. It's got Skylar Gisondo, Olivia Holt, Christian Chimworth, and Bruce Dern. You'll probably recognize that kid from some other stuff. I can't remember what all he's been in. He's been in several things. There's the back for you. It's a quirky comedy. Placement, politics, and finding your voice. The only thing holding Veronica Holt back is a dream of attending Yale in her #2 high school class ranking. So when she devises a plan to elect fellow teen Bernard to a local school, okay. Blah, 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 blah. This is Synodon release. This is widescreen, no aspect ratio mention, 103 minutes. And yeah, that's about it. So, who all's left in here that's talking? Is that Gary? Are you in here? Yeah, I lost the other two. I don't know if I lost when I lost them. Yeah, I'm not too. For some reason, I'm not too engaging today. I'm not having much flow. So for some reason, but yeah, I had a few people in here today. It's pretty good for my first stream. Hopefully to get in more in the future. That's pretty good. 3 viewers for somebody with less than 100 followers, so that's pretty good. Oh, Kal-El, are you in there? Is that who's in here? Yep. I was just going to jump over to my here and kind of go through some upcoming releases with you guys. If you guys want to do that, that's something I kind of wanted to do on my live stream. Well, just kind of run through this stuff, what's coming out this week. I guess June 15th. Okay. Hopefully you guys can see this on your screens. All right. Looks like we got Kong versus Godzilla, Godzilla versus Kong. Mine is probably just shipping this afternoon. It's the most aggravating thing ever. For a long time, all my pre-orders from Best Buy were coming early. Like they've come over the weekend, and then all of a sudden they just switched up and they just started. Everything ships late. But we got Courage in the Line of Fire. Excuse me, Clint Eastwood movie. This is just a regular version of Last Action Hero. It looks like Parks and Rec's coming out on Blu-ray. I have that on DVD, and it looks pretty good on DVD. I don't know if I'm going to rebuy that. A lot of those shows I end up rebuying on Blu-ray. I like that show. It depends on what the price is on that show if I want to rebuy it. I haven't even looked at the Amazon price. $69. Yeah, I don't know. That's a little bit high. It's what's the crazy thing about this. I know Kal-El and Gary, you're both in here, I think, but I'm reading 0 viewers. So who knows how many viewers you actually get during these streams? Because all of our other streams, sometimes we would be showing not very many viewers, and then as soon as you're done with the stream, it shows you had like 15. You already have like up to 15 or 20 views. So it's kind of weird. Yeah, hopefully it drops in price for sure. Some of that stuff don't drop in price though, like The Office, but The Office is a hotter TV show than Parks and Rec. This is one I pre-ordered as well. I haven't got it yet. It's called Last Train to Gun Hill. This is a good-looking little Western. I have seen it, I think, but this is the Paramount Presents collection. I like collecting these. I love these cases. If I had one close, I'd grab it and show you. But the case opens up. For one, you get the Blu-ray. You get a 4K transfer on a Blu-ray. And then you get a clear case on the inside. And then you get the outer case, which is a flip-open case. And it shows that when you flip it open, it shows you like the flip-open case shows you the original artwork, the original movie poster. It's pretty cool. This looks like a pretty good movie. I can't wait to get this in. Might do an unboxing video for that. I don't know. If I don't watch out, I'll make too many videos. And now this is the Gattaca, the regular 4K. Comes out. The Awakening Blu-ray. This is the Sphinx Blu-ray. Sicario, the 4K Steelbook. I wasn't too interested in that. I like steelbooks, but I don't run out and buy everything up. I'm just not a... I don't have to have everything. It's something I'm really, want to be... I'm interested. If I'm interested in it, I'll buy it. Here's another Ultraman down here out. I cannot keep up with Ultraman. I love Ultraman and try to buy them all, and they'd come out with one every week. I don't know how many Ultramans they've made. They must have made one series every 6 months for the past 60 years. I've never seen anything like it. I've got like 7 steelbooks over here, and then sitting next to me, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 or 8 different Blu-ray sets here. I really like it, but there's so much stuff out there. There's Ziegfeld Follies, Body Slam, Streetwise, Tiny Lift. I wish I could afford to buy all this stuff. I just can't. Because I'd love this to archive, because a lot of this stuff is things that I would like to watch. Yeah, see, The Last Action Hero, I don't never cared for that movie. I actually just about bought Last Action Hero in 4K, the Steelbook, but they wanted $30 for it, and I was like, nah, I don't really want that. I don't know. The Steelbook looked nice. I don't know. I probably should have bought it, but $30 is a lot for something you don't really want. I have it on Laserdisc, but it's I guess it's an alright movie. It's just not. I don't know. We kind of made fun of it when we went and seen it in the theaters as kids. The Railway Children, The Great War. I'm not going to read through all this stuff. I'll just kind of scroll through. This is what's coming out this week. I'll scroll through and see things that might be interesting. Here's some anime here. Rock Doll. Oh, no, that's a kid's movie. Here, Naruto. I don't collect that stuff. Naruto. Queen's Palace. When you get towards the bottom here, you get towards stuff that's not that great. Here's next week's stuff. Real quick here. Oh, Chris Harris, nice to meet you. Yeah, we kind of wrapped up the Blu-ray haul stuff, and I'm just kind of going through some things upcoming to Blu-ray this week. We might flip around. I don't know if you guys like this or not. I like kind of knowing. I like going. This is Blu-ray.com. I pre-ordered this Years of Lead. I like these sets from Arrow. It's a little pricey, but this sounds like some pretty cool stuff. It's like 70s Italian crime movies. It sounds pretty cool. Are you, Chris, are you a movie collector? Do you have interest in it, or did you find my channel some other way? Oh, but this week is, I think this is another collection. This is a Severn collection. This Euro Crypt of Christopher Lee. I didn't buy this set. I wasn't too interested, especially the price. Now I like Christopher Lee movies. It's just one I didn't pre-order, and you can see how much it is. It's $104 there. So right now I just can't really afford that. I can afford to buy maybe like one thing like that a month, but not multiples. When I was still working, I would probably go for it and try to buy it, but not right now. Half Baked. I did pre-order this. This is the Kino Lorber Half Baked set. This is probably Kino Lorber as well right here. Yeah, this is Kino Career Opportunities. I might check that out. She's hot as hell. Jennifer Connelly, excuse me. I remember seeing that cover in the movie stores all the time as a kid. CB4. I had that pre-ordered as well. That's a funny movie. That's a really good movie with Chris Rock. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that. It's kind of it's a pretty good little movie. Well, yeah, it's pretty funny, but it's a little bit, I don't know about overrated. It's funny. I kind of like stoner movies though, Cheech and Chong and stuff like that. And if you ever watch Cheech and Chong movies, they're not great movies either. They're just, they just product of their time. They're funny in a certain way. But yeah. Do you guys have anything else you want to talk about before I get off here? And I know I'm really captivating this afternoon. That's how it is sometimes. I'm just not really yeah, y'all check out Half Baked, Gary. That's a pretty good movie. Who did a Negan impression? Oh, you finally find the Indiana Jones unboxing? I'm gonna start doing those more often. Like I said, I don't know if I'm gonna do the King Kong versus Godzilla unboxing because my other streaming partner, he did it. Charlie Rage, if you want to check him out, Raging Entertainment. He did an unboxing for that video, so I probably won't do an unboxing. Now I might do an unboxing for that Western I was showing you guys earlier. It won't be an unboxing; it'll be an enveloping from. Yeah, this one right here, I'll probably do a unboxing for maybe for that. I don't know. This Kirk Douglas, Anthony Quinn movie. It's just a fun movie. It's a really good Western. I love Westerns. But yeah, I think I'm gonna get off here, you guys. But I appreciate everybody coming out and checking out the live stream, and I'll try to start doing it every now and then, maybe once a week. I'm trying to decide if I want to do a live stream on my Dollar General haul. I have about four bags of Dollar General hauls. I don't have as much as probably I do with Dollar Tree, but I've been finding quite a few things at Dollar General, so I might do a Dollar General. I can't decide. I might just make a video as well. I flow a little bit better on videos. Now I'm better on live streams when I have a host usually. I just wanted to try this out today, and I thought it'd be fun to do just like a Dollar Tree stream. And I appreciate everybody coming out. Uh, appreciate everybody who engaged in the chat, and thanks for the newcomers to the channel, all of you guys, Kal-El and Gary, and who else was in here? I'm sorry, Kenny Jones. I'm sorry, Kenny. I shouldn't forget that name for a million years since I've knew two Kenny Jones growing up. I apologize if Kenny's still in here. Thank you guys for showing up, and